My friend falsely accused me of rape. I lost everything: my job, my friends, my name. Months later, she admitted it never happened. People apologized. Some begged for forgiveness. I gave them silence. Her name was Marissa. We met sophomore year, in college. Both in the same psychology lecture, both always early, both quiet in that trying to survive kind of way. We didn't date, just became friends, real ones. Over the next 5 years, we stayed close. Weekly phone calls, group, trips, roommates briefly. And then, a few months after her breakup, we got drunk and slept together. It wasn't romantic, just messy. 2 friends, too much tequila. Her sitting close on the couch, me asking, "Are you sure?" More than once. She said yes, pulled me in, whispered things I won't repeat. The next morning was awkward. She barely looked at me. I made coffee. She said she needed space. I gave it. I didn't hear from her for a week. Then I got a text from a mutual friend, Jordan. "Hey man, I don't know what's going on, but did something happen between you and Marissa?" I stared at my phone. "Yeah. We hooked up." "Why?" Jordan never replied. The first time I saw the word rape was in a Snapchat screenshot someone sent me. She hadn't posted it herself. Someone else did. One of her newer friends. A blurry boomerang of them at brunch with the caption, "Brunch with the strongest woman I know. Fuck that rapist." I couldn't breathe. Marissa didn't say it publicly. Not directly. She told people privately, quietly. Told them we'd hooked up and she hadn't wanted it. Said she didn't fight back because she was scared. Said she froze. Then she let them connect the dots. No police, no report, just whispers. That spread like wildfire. Within 2 days, I was dropped from the group chat we'd all been in since graduation. By the end of the week, I'd been uninvited from 2 weddings, 1 birthday, and blocked by people who used to call me brother. I texted Marissa. "Once? What's going on? What are you telling people?" She didn't reply. I lost my job a month later, corporate communications. Nothing dramatic. But HR pulled me in and said there were reputational concerns. Someone had submitted an anonymous tip. Given the current climate, we're choosing to act with caution. I walked out with a cardboard box, holding my career in one hand and my ruined name in the other. My landlord told me my lease wouldn't be renewed. No explanation, just a formal email. Then I found out he'd gone to the same grad school as her cousin. I started looking over my shoulder in public. A guy followed me to my car one night after the gym, called me a piece of shit, spat at my feet. I stopped going out after that. My parents believed me, barely. My dad looked at the floor when I told him everything. My mom cried and said, "You've always been kind to her. Maybe she misunderstood." That word nearly broke me in half. Misunderstood. I spent hours reading about how freeze response worked, about consent, about trauma. I kept asking myself, did I hurt her and not know it? 6 months passed. No charges, no statements, no real consequences for her. But my name was trashed. My future evaporated. And every time someone almost looked at me like a person again, I saw the doubt in their eyes, because she didn't say it out loud. But she never denied it either. The silence was worse than the rage. I could have handled people yelling at me, posting about me, coming to my door. But they didn't. They just erased me, like I died, except I was still here, watching everyone mourn the version of me they thought they knew. Marissa posted a quote one day. "Your trauma is valid, even if no one else believes you." I stared at it for 10 straight minutes. The comments were full of support. Heart emojis. "You're so brave." "We believe you." And one reply. "Is this about him?" She liked it. That was her truth now. Not a lie, a new identity. I found a job doing delivery work. Nights mostly. No coworkers. No awkward questions. It was humiliating. going from managing clients to handing strangers bags of tacos, but it paid rent. Barely. Some nights, I couldn't even look customers in the eye, not because I felt guilty, but because I didn't know if they'd already heard. One of my oldest friends, Kevin, reached out. He'd stayed quiet after it all went down, unfollowed me, ghosted. Now he messaged like nothing happened. "Hey, I don't know what to believe anymore. Can we talk?" I left him on red. If he didn't know what to believe, I knew exactly where he stood. I started therapy, not to heal, just to stay alive. I wasn't suicidal. Not really. But I'd stopped sleeping, stopped eating, stopped being human. I told the therapist everything, every detail, every second I could remember. Then I asked, "Is it possible I did something wrong and don't remember?" She looked me dead in the eyes. That question wouldn't haunt you if the answer was yes. The first crack came from her cousin, a girl named Danny. We'd met twice. She followed me on Instagram until everything went down. Then she re-followed me out of nowhere, sent a message. I don't know what happened, but I've never seen Marissa act right since. I didn't reply, but I screenshotted it. It was the first time someone didn't look away. Another message came a week later. This one from a girl I didn't know. "You don't know me, but I'm in a support group with Marissa. She talks about her assault a lot, but the story keeps changing." I stared at it for hours. Finally messaged back, "Why are you telling me this?" "Because something feels wrong, and you deserve to know you're not crazy." A mutual friend messaged me next. Emily. We'd been close once. She was one of the first to cut me off. Now she wrote, "I'm sorry. I believed her. I wanted to support her, but some stuff isn't adding up." She asked if I wanted to talk. I said no, because the time to talk was before she watched me burn. Then came the email, Marissa, full name in the sender line. No subject. It was long, 3 paragraphs of explanations. Mental health, regret, confusion. Then a line I'll never forget. "I don't know why I said what I said. I was hurting, and I needed a reason. I didn't think it would get that far. I didn't think people would believe me." She said she was sorry. Said she'd tell people the truth, as if that would undo what she'd done. I didn't respond. Not because I didn't want to, but because I knew once I opened that door, I'd be dragged back into a version of myself that begged to be believed. And I was done begging. The first public admission came from her, a Notes app screenshot on her Instagram story. "I want to acknowledge something I've struggled with for a long time." She never said the word lie. She never said false. But she said she'd misrepresented what happened. Said it was a complicated night. Said she was working on herself. Then she disabled comments. My phone exploded, texts, emails, DMs from people I hadn't heard from in nearly a year. "I'm so sorry." I didn't know what to believe. "Can we talk?" "I feel awful." "How are you holding up?" I didn't answer any of them, because now they wanted to talk. Now, even Kevin called. He left a voicemail, voice shaking. "I feel like I failed. You, man, I didn't want to be on the wrong side of it." And I was. That part stuck. I didn't want to be on the wrong side. Not, I believed her. Not, I was afraid for her. Just didn't want to be wrong. Cowardice disguised as morality. My mom cried when she read the post. She held my hand and whispered, "I never should have doubted you." I nodded. But I didn't say I forgive you, because I wasn't sure I did. Emily messaged again. "I don't expect anything. I just want you to know I was wrong." She told me she lost sleep over it. That she'd defended Marissa online. That she thought she was protecting someone. But she wasn't. She was just joining the louder side. People started reaching out for the wrong reasons. A podcast host asked if I'd like to share my side. A local paper reached out for comment. Even someone from a university invited me to speak on navigating social allegations. I declined every single one. This wasn't a brand. It was my life, and it was already ruined enough. Marissa tried again. She sent a voice message. Her voice was quiet, flat. She said she wasn't asking for forgiveness, only understanding. Then she said, "I didn't think they'd all believe me." As if that made it better. As if watching the fire burn made her less responsible for lighting the match. Jordan showed up at my apartment, uninvited. Said he just wanted to talk. He brought beer. Sat on my stoop like we were still 23 and invincible. Said, "I messed up. I should have had your back." I looked at him for a long time. Then said, "You didn't lose anything." "I did." He nodded. We didn't speak again after that. Some people started posting things like, "We all make mistakes. We need to be better about due process. This is why we shouldn't rush to judgment." But none of them said my name because they didn't want to own what they did. They just wanted to be safe again. I wrote a letter. Not for them. Not for her. For myself. You didn't deserve what happened. You are not what they said. You are not what they believed. You are more than what they left behind. Then I folded it, burned it, and decided that silence was better than any apology they could give. I moved. Different city, new job, clean slate. I didn't tell anyone I was leaving, not even my parents. I just packed my life into a rental and left the key on the counter. The only goodbye I needed was to the version of me they buried. I changed. My number. Deactivated the last of my old accounts. No more inbox full of guilt. No more calls from people who watched me drown. Let them keep wondering where I went. They had their chance to show up. They didn't. Sometimes I replay the moment she said it didn't happen. I try to figure out what part of her believed that made it okay. If it was panic, or revenge, or self-hate. But then I realize it doesn't matter, because whatever the reason, she chose it. My therapist asked if I'd ever consider confronting her. I said no, because confrontation is for people you still want something from. And there's nothing left she could give me. Not justice, not clarity, not healing. She took those things. My mom emails sometimes. She says she wishes she'd fought harder for me. That she prays every day I'm okay. I love her. I do. But the voice in the back of my head still says, she hesitated. And sometimes, one moment of hesitation is all it takes to lose someone forever. Kevin messaged me once from a burner account. Said he still told people I was a good man. Said he defended me now. I didn't answer, because defending me now doesn't mean anything. When I needed it, he disappeared. I haven't dated since. It's not fear. Not exactly. Just exhaustion. It takes a lot to let someone that close again. To trust that even if you break down, they won't run. Or worse, point the gun. I still carry shame. Still wake up wondering if people from my past are telling their friends, he's the one that girl lied about. Still glance over my shoulder. In bars, still get nervous when someone asks, what do you do? Trauma doesn't need to be violent to be permanent, but I'm free now, not healed. Not whole, but free. I don't need to explain myself to people who already made up their minds. I don't need closure from anyone but me. And I don't need forgiveness to start over. If they ever find this post, yes, I'm still angry. No, I don't. Forgive you. Yes, I remember what you said. Yes, I remember who disappeared. And no, none of you get to come with me. This peace, it's mine now, alone. And that's enough.